Hi, everyone. Gotta take that off before I get um somebody says I can't be doing it. Okay, I am going on live here. There we go. Okay. Hello, everybody. Welcome. My name is Mary June Tracy. Mary June Tracy. Can't even say my name. Mary June Tracy, psychic medium, spiritual love of life coach, and an astrologer. Sharing with you my spiritual journey, and hopefully that it resonates with all of you on your spiritual journey and bringing in the 411 of the planets. Good morning, Char. Good morning, everybody. For those who are on, if you are on my Facebook page, I will look at your comments after because I cannot see your comments as I am recording. And if I go on Facebook when I'm recording or as I'm doing the live, it just doesn't work well. So for those who, if you're doing any commenting and stuff on my Facebook page, I will come back and I'll take a look at those comments, definitely. For those who are on YouTube, please like and subscribe. That's why I came on here. And I'm on Instagram. So you can find me on Facebook. It's Mary June Steve on my Facebook. Don't go on Facebook very much because they took my Facebook away and I had to make a new thing. I have my YouTube, which is the Guru Mama. You can find me there. You go Guru Mama. My face will pop up. And same with the Guru Mama, Mary June Tracy on Instagram. Very easy to find, actually. Just type it in and poof, I'll pop up. So blessings to you all. Thank you very much. It's been a great morning so far. It's lots of decisions to be made. A lot of things coming through on the change in my life right now. And when something first happens for people, normally you're kind of numb. You don't really you're just like, yeah, okay, all right. I'll figure it out as I go, right? But oh, yeah, I know. This energy is insane. It is insane. Today, as we have the moon is opposing Saturn, and then we also have the square to building, the square to Neptune with Mercury building. Take a look at where that is in your chart. Take a look at what's in your chart for Pisces, what's in your chart for Virgo, what house is Virgo in for you. Same with where with lovely, Mercury. So in taking a look at that gives you an idea of what's happening, where you are wanting answers. For me, my Pisces is in the 10th house. So it's, it has to do with my Dharma work, paid and unpaid. What are those transitions? And are you, especially with Neptune is really, are you getting lost in the illusions of things? Are you getting lost in the craziness of what's ahead instead of coming into that spirituality, coming in, because you can get lost in that because there's repeating past patterns that are coming in that may have you looking at, and these past patterns, and I can relate to this, has had you do some sacrificing that you didn't even think you were sacrificing. You didn't even think it was was anything, but it's your energy. It's energy, right? Uh it's Candace. Hi, Candace. It's Candace, by the way. It's energy that you are trying to work through. So there's a lot of karmic energy, and that's what Pisces, 12th house, Saturn's in there. Saturn's the lord of time, so Saturn has to do with timing. What is that time that of what you are wanting to release within a spiritual realm? And this is, a lot of times you are putting this energy forward without the proper payoff. And the proper payoff can be, it could be money, it could be something like that. It could be acknowledgement, it could be, acceptance, it could be gratitude for what you do. whatever you put out, there should be something in return. It is a give and take. That's the energy, give and take. And now, if it's just a give, 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 or if that's what you've been doing with something within your life, or that it's, that you're feeling tired, exhausted, overrun, you have to start to take a step back and really analyze what it is that is happening, and trying to recognize that energy, because we're kind of between worlds right now. Face what needs to be faced. That's the whole thing. But sometimes we don't want to face those things that need to be faced. We don't want to go into what we need to do, right? So this is strengthening our psychological and our physical self. That's where the energy is. So if you're having a lot of problems, especially psychologically, it's time to reach out, get help. If you need that help, you learn from past mistakes too. Absolutely. You do learn from those past mistakes. It's when you keep repeating the past mistakes, even though you thought you learned from those past mistakes, and they come up in a new way, you know, in some kind of crazy way. But this is also, to be recognized, to continue over and overcoming obstacles. There's a lot of energy that's coming in about overcoming obstacles, looking at those obstacles. Are they worth my time? Are they worth my effort? Is there another way around them? Results and achievement, and bringing in that significant growth. Since we are so in a crazy time right now, we're in this really crazy energy of huge changes that are coming in, and so many timelines are coming in at once, and we're seeing things escalate, and it's a funky reality. Things are very funky, things are very crazy at this time. In reality, we want to figure things out. We want to figure things out now. So that's what Saturn wants. Saturn wants you to figure things out and get things, figured out. But how can, in an energy that is expansive and endless, and sometimes not finding the grounding that you need, it can be very difficult, right? Client this morning, that was me learning from a past mistake. Okay, there you go. Yeah. And this is to be ready for. This is being easy on yourself and not overreacting, and staying grounded and finding that space. It is where asking questions, what to do, what do I need to do, where do I need to go, and putting these sort of lofty questions out into the universe, and allowing for answers to come. And they're not going to come right away. For some they may, for some they may not, but allowing for those answers to appear. Maybe it's through a card reading that you do for yourself. Maybe it's maybe it's you go and sit by the river, or you're just doing your daily chores, doing your daily shit that needs to be done, and then information comes through. So this is where it's like looking at setting up a routine is so important, and having that routine. What is that routine that you need to set up, and what are the foods that you're eating? I was just reading, through everything, everybody's watching the thing about the idiot who went down in a submarine and it exploded, I guess, and they all died, which is horrific. But all the eyes were on that, right? All the eyes were on that. And I was like, okay, but to me, this is like, one, it's a horrific thing that happened. I'll say that. And God bless the families and everybody. But I also have to point out how stupid, how, being caught up in something not in reality, being caught up in something that is, I'm going to say, maybe elusive is the wrong word, but being caught up in such nostalgia and stuff, and getting lost in it, and not having grips on the reality that is around you, right? And within that, lovely Mr. Gates, gotta love this man, who has huge stocks in biogenetically biogenetic meat, I think it is, that he has, because he has stocks in it, that he got passed. This is in the States. So it's in the States, it's going to come to us soon. Of these genetically grown meat. And they're starting off with chicken, and it's been passed that it's going to be being able to be sold into stores. And so you're just like, okay, what's going on here? I would say boycott all that shit. Honestly, I mean, I think most of you will not eat it anyways, but this is where it's like coming back to, okay, how do I need to nurture myself? How do I need to nurture my body, my soul, my mind? What am I doing for myself psychologically and physically? This is where the energy is saying, hey, yeah, if you want to go a cheap way, we can give you something very cheap, very easy, very quick. We can give you something modified or grown, in a lab. So lab grown meat, that's what it is. So we can give you lab grown meat. Or you can go and say, okay, I need to, what are the things that I need to ingest within myself? And they'll pass it off in many different ways. Of course they will. So you got to look at how are they going to pass this shit on to people. So being aware of that, being aware of what is, of what it is. And of course, reading labels is a big thing. If you're picking up some steak and it doesn't just say beef on there, or if it says beef and then there's a whole bunch of other ingredients, put it down. Put the steak down. Don't eat the steak, or the chicken. This is where, a part of this energy is looking at what we are ingesting. And the ingestment isn't just food, but it's what we are watching. It is what we are thinking. It is who we are being around, right? So that energy we ingest all of that within ourselves. So then we have to look at, okay, within that ingestment, what is it that, what is disruptive within my body? So now we have to listen to what our bodies have to say. So this is like, again, taking that time, what to do, what do I need to do? That is the question. So reinvesting, what do I need to reinvest in myself, in the future, in the energies of where I need to go? That's where this, when we're looking at a lot of the planetary energies that are coming in, where Uranus is at coming near in the last decade of Taurus. This is intensity. It was 80 some years ago, when Uranus was in that sign. It was bringing in such intensity in the world. Transformation, change was happening. And this is where we're at again. We're at this intensity and change in the world, that where do we want to direct this energy? Where do you want to direct it? Because we have that power. We have that power of the light that helps us to direct the energy of where we would like it to go, in amongst where the intensities are growing. Yes, intensities are growing right now in parts of the world that we don't have control over there. I don't have control over, what's going on over there. I don't have control over that. But what I have control of is my own self. That's why it's really important to take a look at your chart, take a look at where things are. So it gives you a better understanding. Now, yesterday I pulled up my chart to explain some of the things. And as I did, I hadn't looked at my chart for a long time. I had an idea of, where things are. But I even today when I was looking up things, and I saw that, Saturn is in Pisces. I'm a Scorpio. That's a good thing, because Saturn is trining my sun. It's not trined exactly, because it's going to go retrograde, but it is going to trine my sun. So that's really bringing in a lot of newness, a lot of beautiful energy for me to create. My energy is in the 5th house, which is Leo. That is allowing for the sun to shine. How am I going to allow for that energy to go forth and allow myself to shine along with Saturn? Saturn wants to bring in that structure within an abstract energy. So bringing in that abstract energy. So this is where it's really like allowing for that. Okay, I got to sit down. What do I need for myself mentally? Because you don't realize the mental stress that people have gone through or what you have gone through just in the last few years. You might brush it off and say it's nothing. Oh, it's not this, it's not, it wasn't anything. But there's a residual energy that's there that people have taken on, whatever it is, good, bad, or indifferent, you've taken on. And this is where it's like, oh, okay, I have to honor that energy that's within me. I got to honor that energy of transition and change that's going on within me and my mentality, because of the energy with Neptune and Saturn being in Pisces. That is your mental well-being. And with Uranus coming in Taurus, it's like, here's Earth, I got to have it this way, right? I got to have it this way. And here comes this energy that is like, no, there's more, there's an expansion, there's more of what you want to create and connect with. But sometimes it might feel very abstract, very out of the way, like it's out there. I don't have control over it. It's kind of thing, because it's too abstract for myself, or I'm unable to comprehend it. That's why we have to allow for I got to allow for this integration. I got to allow for this transmutation to happen within me in order for me to really gain that knowledge for my next step. And that could be seeking help. That could be getting, going to a counselor, psychologist, psychiatrist, whatever it is. That could be getting, making sure that you are doing not just one healing. Like, I love it when people just go to one Reiki session and like, oh, it's wonderful and beautiful. No, you need to sort of, line yourself up and say, okay, do you have a package program? Because I want to come in every 2 weeks, every 3 weeks, once a month, whatever it is, in order to keep that up. And if it's your first time, I would say you need to go in every 2 weeks for the first 3 months. Sounds crazy, but for the first 3 months, because your body's realigning. And if you think about 3 months, 3 months is about 90 days. So it takes 80 days to really bring in a transformation, right? And bringing in forth that big transformation within your body. Then you could go to every 3 weeks to once a month, right? So this is where, we are needing that help. We cannot be doing this transformation and transmuting of energy by ourselves. We need to have a community, an outreach, our healers, our intuitiveness, our others that are out there, not only, within the metaphysical field, but some of people that are out there are going to be needing other help in order to help for other integrations, right? Because of the way that our brain is reformulating itself. Our brain, with the neuroplasticis, are reformulating neurons within our brain with all of the solar flare activity, with the earth vibrational changes that are happening. All of this is bringing in changes within us. And this huge integration, as Candace says, this energy is really crazy. She's very kind. I'm going to say this energy is really fucked up, but the intensity is going to get higher. This isn't going to be like, this is going to pass and then we're going to just sort of go into a nice little stasis. This energy and this intensity is going to continue to increase. And so this is why it's so important, in order for us, for each of these stages as it's coming in, breath work, connection, doing that psychological work. This is a huge psychological energy coming in that can really fuck with your head. So those who are having anxiety, stress issues, those who are having any problems with depression, if you have depression, if you are have any forms of bipolar, if you have any of those issues, whatever it is, there's no judgment with it, but this energy is going to intensify that, because it is looking, what I'm seeing, this is what I'm seeing. through is that your neurons are trying to look at something to connect with. It's snapping off, snapping off, snapping off. And with the energies that are coming in, it's like almost where, when you're going through I'm going to bring it, when you're going through a Kundalini rising, when you're going through this, the Kundalini goes from here, because from here to here, you can't just go from here to here. All right. Because in going from here to here you could take that jump, but it could be the insanity jump. But going from here to here, if you're going with, and you have the trust, if you have the people around you that you trust, that can help you to connect, that can help you and guide you through it, then from going from here to here, you're able to do it without going insane, without having those huge breakdowns or the psychological downfalls of it all. And that's again, this is part of creating the community. It's a part of creating the routine. What is your routine? Setting up a routine and understanding, the doshas of, what the planets are, and bringing those doshas into that energy within you and allowing for it to transmute. So allowing for it to flow. And what is flowing, that movement, that connection, allowing for that movement and connection to come through. We're rebuilding and we're creating. So we got to look for the positive movements within ourselves, within our lives, that are happening around us, and the connections with people that we need to have around us in order for this to grow and for us to make the changes that this world needs to have. Right? In a world that's chaotic, in a world that right now we're on a verge that we've never been on. We're on an energy timeline that has never had before. We've never lived through these types of energies before. We're in a time where people are being accused as a heretic, to speak out against whatever is being said, that then you're a heretic. You're not agreeing with the masses. So this is a time of these of this energy of saying, no, I need to be that heretic. I need to be that person that speaks out, because I know what is the what is the truth. I understand. Is this going within my values? Is this going in within my morals? That's where the energy is. And this solar or this summer solstice wasn't just a regular summer solstice. Of course not. This is a summer solstice that is bringing in huge dramatic change for the season, and a change from this solstice to the winter solstice. Because from this solstice to the winter solstice, we are on a huge roller coaster ride that is going to allow for us to create the changes that we need. The types of oils that would be fabulous for right now, essential oil, is clary sage. Clary sage is great for the nervous system. Bringing in some clary sage. Geranium is really good. It mixes well with clary sage. If you want to put this in a spray bottle, if you want to put it in a diffuser, and a little bit of lavender. Lavender brings in the protection, the softness, and the geranium helps to overcome any fear that you're feeling. So that is a beautiful mixture of just a few drops of each into your, and have it. If you don't have a diffuser, simmer it on your stove. Put it on your stove and simmer it, or put it in a spray bottle and with some distilled water, and spray it around. You'll find that it brings in the calmness in and around you, and it'll help you to bring in the clarity that you need. Whew. So thank you. Before I go, let's pull some cards. Of course, I have my Reader Rider deck. It's my ride or die deck. So here's my ride or die deck. And there is a deck that I saw that I'm looking at. It's called Working Your Light Oracle. So if anybody has used that deck, let me know what they think about that. It's called Work Your Light Oracle. Work Your Light Oracle. You'll catch the rerun. Thank you, Lexi. Yeah, like, subscribe. Woo! Like and subscribe. So, and push the notification button. That's what my grandson will say. Hey, guys, I got to show you a picture. I'll show it over here. There's Mateus. There's Mateus. He asked me if I talk to my people, if I'd show it to you. So I'm showing you Mateus. There's Mateus in his little soccer. Yeah. So there he is. What a cutie patootie. A little bit biased here, you know. And he won a gold medal for his tournament. See, these are the things like, you know, in staying grounded and staying with what you're doing, you know, looking at the things, oh, this is something to celebrate. This is something to, you know, yeah, I'm going to create that positivity within my life and focus on that, in amongst all the other crazy things that are happening in my life. So, okay. Let's pull some cards for today. Let's see what the first card has for us. Holding it to my heart, allowing for this to bring forth the energy and a message for all of us today. And it is, look at this. It's the 7 of Pentacles reversed. Now the 7, I mean, this is about hard work. This is about working. What are the work? What is the things that maybe you're not acknowledging the hard work that you've done. Maybe you're not taking into consideration, hey, you know what? I've done a great job. What is it that I'm not looking at? How am I using my energy at this time? Am I not using my energy in the right way? So when it's reversed, it's asking you how you're using your energy. Are you using your energy, you know, is it paying off? You know, or are you becoming frustrated from the lack of output? So you could be working at something and it's just not doing what you want. And that's where it's, you know, that's where, again, taking that time out, taking that step back. Am I getting the rewards, you know, from what I'm doing? And it's all about give and take. All about give and take. So here we go. It's what is that balance within my life? Am I bringing the balance that I need in my life in what I am creating? Or is that you may be ending up, you know, being disappointed, like in the end, or you're disappointing others, or it's, you know, there's a relationship that isn't, you know, happening at this time. So it's really important to look at that. When we see this is, you know, with the 6 is like, if we're just focusing on the things that we feel we have to do, we have to make this work, we're missing out on opportunities that are trying to come in for us. We're missing out on opportunities that are trying to come in for us. And this is where, because we are in Cancer energy, look to Lemurian stone, look for aquamarine. So these are really water-based stones, and bringing in that water base. I'm also getting the Tara coming in, and I have the green Tara coming forth. So the green Tara is the one who's taking the step out and allowing for myself to take that step out into the new direction. So allowing myself to take that. And the Tara brings in healing. The Tara brings in healing. So allowing for that healing to happen. And yes, we still use Christmas mugs in our house in summer. Just saying. They don't go away. They stay out all year round because they're pretty. And don't get lost in delusions. So I pulled it out like this, but I went like this. So this is looking at the choices. The 7, you know, we got double 7. So 7 is trusting in my ascendant masters, trusting in what I know, like trusting in that they're guiding me, leading me. They're not They're not leaving me alone, right? So the 7, when we get the 7 of cups, there's choices, right? But the 7 of cups, I always find it's Neptune. It's Neptune showing you, yeah, look at all these choices you can have. Look at all of that, because he can bring in that dreaminess, that illusionary energy that can get you to where, oh yeah, okay, I'll keep going at that. I'll keep going at that. But you haven't taken the time to find the new opportunities that you need to look at. You got to look at some new opportunities that are coming in, right? Because if we're not looking at the new opportunities that are coming in, if we're bypassing all of that, then we're going to be feeling drained. We're going to be feeling overrun, because, when it comes to that strengthening of ourselves psychologically and physically, this is where it's at. This is coming into it. This is allowing ourselves to be recognized, allowing ourselves to, overcome the obstacles that we need to overcome. And if we need to overcome these obstacles and we need the help, then we come in and get it. My lovely Dragonfly Wellness just joined me on Instagram. And if you are looking for a massage or a wellness place, go see her. Absolutely fabulous. But this is so important at this time because of the emotions that are coming in. And Cancer is emotional. Cancers are very emotional. They may not show it all the time, but they are. So this is feeling overwhelmed with the options that are there. So are you taking the time? Are you taking that step back? Question is, how am I going to share my talents and skills with the world? How am I going to share that with them? How am I going to do that outreach? And you might feel overwhelmed with that. You might be feeling, oh, that's just way too much. But I got to take the step back. I got to allow for the door to open, and I got to allow for myself to walk through it. And as I do that, it's following my intuition and not getting lost in the darkness. Not getting lost in the darkness. The moon card can bring in some crazy delusions. Things can be like bigger than what you think they are, because we are just over analyzing things. And we're kind of, as I said, we're in between worlds. We're in between that oldness and that newness coming in. So we're in that limbo kind of area, but not limbo, because there's still movement on us having to move forward. So much. So I love you all. If you are wanting a reading, definitely get a hold of me. It's probably, I am going to be doing a special, but my special that I'm thinking of doing, I'm going to probably start it next week, and I'll come out with more information, but it's only going to be for like 15-minute readings. That's it. Doing little 15-minute readings. And I think today's Friday. Yeah. Because for me, there is so much I'm processing right now. When am I not processing shit? But processing a lot of what just happened. And it's integrating that, knowing I'm going to be fine. I know I'm going to be fine. But it is a processing. So next week, and I'll come out with the prices and stuff like that. They're already showing me a price that I'll probably go with. I'm just going to allow, and I will announce that, because the sale will start on Monday, and it'll just be for 15 minutes, little 15-minute readings online. Because if I'm going to your house, it won't be just 15 minutes. Because I know if I'm going to someone's house, or if somebody comes here, it's not just 15 minutes. So this is just for only 15-minute readings. And we're going to start them on Monday, and I will come out with the prices and stuff like that for doing little 15-minute readings. So there you go, guys. I love you all. May the Lord and Lady watch over and bless each and every one of you in all that you say and all that you be and all that you do. Thank you so much for joining me. Thank you for being a part of my community. Like, subscribe, push the notification button, share this out, let people see it. Let's spread the word and make mama, because mama wants to do this full time again, so I don't fade away to the darkness again. God bless, and the goddess bless you. Bye-bye. See you later.